Hello and welcome to Therapist Marketing Tips, where I offer practical guidance, advice, and tutorials to help you build, grow, and market your private therapy practice. My name is Chris, and in today's video, I'd like to show you how to use the team member drop-down menu on the Appntly booking app for Shopify to add multiple therapists to your service so that clients can choose which therapist they work with. If you are a solo practitioner and you only work by yourself and therefore don't need to give clients the option of picking which therapist they work with, I'll also show you how you can remove this menu altogether from the booking screen. If you watched my original review on the Appntly booking app, you may have seen me get quite frustrated with this whole thing, where it originally said default title and I didn't know how to change, add, or remove this drop-down menu. I've since figured it out and now actually come to see it as a very useful feature for therapy practices where multiple therapists are working and delivering the same kind of service. So if you have a client that wants to come for, basic one-to-one therapy and you have 4 therapists who offer that service, you can add them in here and the client can choose which one they want to work with. Or as I say, you can just delete this altogether and just make the booking appointment that much simpler and easier to use. So without further ado, let's get on with it. So when they come to the calendar, you'll see here if they click book an appointment and then they have the Your Therapist drop down menu here, they can then choose to either work with me or Jade or Alex or Melissa, select their time and then book the appointment. How I set this up was actually pretty simple. So when you first install Appntly, this will normally say default title and it will just have the name of you as the main therapist. So what I did first was I went to the settings tab and then to widget, and I scrolled down to where it says select team member text and I changed that to your therapist. Then I went to the team option and I clicked add new team member and I added a couple of extra therapists. So originally it was just me, but now I've added Melissa, Alex, and Jade. And as you can see, these are not real therapists. I'm just showing you this as an example. So now I have 4 team members in place. Then I went to services and clicked edit my service, opened the extra settings, and originally there was only me listed as the only therapist. So if I change that and then refresh this, you'll see that I'm the only person in this drop-down menu, which is kind of why it was frustrating to me. Then if I go back and I add my other team members, so there's Jade, Alex, and Melissa, and click save, now you can see that my clients can come in. They may not choose to work with me. They may choose to work with Jade at 6 o'clock and at 4 o'clock for some reason, and the details will be there. Alternatively, it may be that you're like me and you are a solo practitioner. You don't have any other therapist working for your practice, in which case having a therapist drop-down menu with just one name won't make a lot of sense and it can be quite confusing. To get rid of it, you simply go back to your service page and click the hide team member option and click save. We find that that option is gone altogether. And that makes sense to me because obviously if you're a solo practitioner, you're running your website advertising yourself as a therapist, it's pretty obvious when a client comes to book who they're going to be booking with. They don't necessarily need that menu. But I would also say that if you are going to give clients the option to choose from multiple therapists, then it helps that somewhere on your website you create a profile of some kind for each therapist so that obviously that clients can check them out first and decide who they want to work with, because a list of names with no relevant information doesn't mean much. So create your profile, add multiple therapists, or get rid of this altogether. And that's really all there is to it. It took me far too long to figure that out, which I kind of think is one of the drawbacks of Appntly. I think that could have been made much clearer, especially when I contacted customer service and they talked about it being said if you don't have any variant added to your product. So I was looking in product variants and kind of ignoring this, and it just all of a sudden made a great deal of sense. So I wanted to jump back on and share that with you. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you found this video helpful. For more practical guidance, advice, and tutorials on how to build, grow, and market your private therapy practice, please do like, subscribe, and check out therapistmarketingtips.com. Thanks a lot. Goodbye.